There's jizz everywhere.
Get him out of here. He's got AIDS.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Totally Inappropriate Team Sports, or as we like to call it, TITS. I'm your host, Cheeseman, joined along with, as always, by...
Wise Generation, Smart Bumper.
Acid.
And Matty Icing coming live from the streets of Livonia.
He's out there chasing those prostitutes. I mean, deer. He's out there chasing deer. Matt posted a picture from his ring cam of a buck out in the front yard. Smart thought it was going to be a hooker. Well, coincidentally enough, the hookers out there charge a buck, so it still works.
Mm-hmm.
So, True North already in the chat. Dear Bears fans, thank you. I had to work this weekend, and I was feeling a bit blue until I saw the video of Bears fans leaving the game early and smiled and laughed. Thank God I'm a Packers fan.
Man, he's right. I do like how he just did Bear fan. It's like, yeah, there's probably about... Look,
it's all right. If I'd have been at the Lions game last night, I'd have left early too. Granted, it wasn't Houston.
Now, for certain legality purposes, I'm not necessarily saying that anyone should, but I am saying that it's interesting that there have been multiple attempts made on the life of Donald Trump. But, you know, nobody's necessarily gone after Virginia or Georgia. I'm not saying any last names or encouraging any such behavior. That's very illegal. But I'm just saying it's interesting.
Going back a sec to leaving early, I do have one friend who is a Chiefs fan who was at the game yesterday and left just before the blocked field goal.
If you're there that long, you might as well stick it out. Fucking stay till the end.
This is a wild...
Last year I was at the...
friends with Taylor Swift.
Last year I was at Ford Field for the Bears-Lions game, and the guy I was with, he's like, yeah, maybe we should go. And I was like, oh, there's still some time. And that's when they came back and beat the Bears. So that's why I never leave early. Unless it's Monday Night Football, Lions versus Jets, Matt Patricia's first game. That's the only game I've ever left early, and I left at halftime.
I mean, if it's a close game, I'm going to stick it out. If it's getting close to the end and it's pretty fucking one-sided and obvious, I'll bail early just to try to get ahead of that traffic because I fucking hate after-game traffic.
See, I don't have it bad because, like, if I park at the casino, 2 right turns, I'm on, like, the highway nobody takes, and then I'm already home.
Yeah.
That's the one nice thing.
No, I used to park at the fucking parking lot. It's not even, I don't even think they let you park there anymore, but it was like right across the street from where they were building the prison. And it would cost like, back then they only charged like $10 to park there. So I'd go park there, but then it's like I gotta drive down Woodward and hop on fucking Mac and then on to John R and then back up to 94. I took that because that really like navigated a lot of the traffic in downtown Detroit. Everybody wanted to go straight to the highways. And it's like, I'm going to cut up and go through the ghetto a bit just to, you know, not hit the traffic. Maybe I'll get shot, but it'd be worth it. I don't like downtown Detroit. I don't see myself going to any games in the future. I'm all set. I don't even like going to Detroit for concerts anymore. It's like, oh, sweet, my favorite band's coming to town. Were they playing? No, never mind. Not going to that. I did go to a concert on Friday, though. Saw Green Jello or Green Jelly, depending on what era you know them from. They started out as Green Jello, and then Kellogg or whoever the fuck owns Jello was like, yeah, we're going to need you to knock that off, or we're going to sue the shit out of you. So they went to turn their name to Green Jelly. But they were real big in the late 80s. I shouldn't say real big. They were popular in the late 80s, early 90s. And for some reason, they came to the tiny town of Morenci, Michigan, and played at the Rex Theater. This place is much bigger than my goddamn trailer. And it was a hell of a show. They filled the stage full of inflatables. And I don't mean like jump houses. I mean like lawn decorations and fucking blow up Santa Claus and fucking snowman and fucking Halloween decorations and shit. And about 50 to 60 pool noodles. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? And the singer finally came on stage at the beginning. Is like, while you were watching the first two bands, I went to all your houses and stole all your decorations. And as the show started, they started just firing the pool noodles out into the crowd. And they're like, let me see your pool noodles. And everybody's just fucking waving them back and forth in the air. And then they started throwing the inflatables out. And people are beating the inflatables with the pool noodles. It's a crazy time. It's like a beach ball, you know? They bounce the beach ball around at the baseball games and shit like that. Except it was an entire fucking 6-foot inflatable snowman that's all lit up and still plugged in, bouncing around the crowd.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a fun fucking show. Bill Cosby used to give me Jell-O to help me sleep. Yeah. He did that a few times. To a lot of people. So yeah, you would think that that comeback win from Detroit last night would be my highlight, but no. It was that concert. Been to a lot of shows, and that was probably the most fun I've ever had. It was a tiny, tiny venue.
Also, with all due respect to True North, I appreciate you trying to troll me, but just imagine it, if you will, that your team got blown out by the fucking New England Patriots. Your quarterback got sacked 9 times again by the New England Patriots, and you have to listen to somebody whose team is 8-1 complaining that their team's not presently winning.
Like I said, it's because I was actually watching. I don't like sit down and just watch the Lions specifically. I usually have fucking the Red Zone on. And last night, because it was prime time, I actually sat down and watched it. And boy, was I upset.
I'm just going to add that on the screen to reason 7,944 why wins are not a QB stat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his first 2 interceptions were flukes. I didn't even get mad at him about that because they were just like deflected passes. And the third one was on a fucking Hail Mary attempt to close out the first half. So really, in my opinion, he only threw 2 interceptions. That's why I wasn't going off like, fuck Goff, he's a piece of shit. No, I couldn't blame him for those 2 interceptions that I seen. However, I was saying there's no way the fucking Lions are going to win the Super Bowl if they're fucking losing to a team that struggled against trash teams all year, like Houston. But I digress. They came back and won. First team in 50 years to come back from throwing 5 interceptions to win the game. I think the first team in history to at all to be down by 16 at halftime, throw 5 interceptions, and come out with the win. So, big ups to them.
I love how people add so many caveats to a stat just to make it sound historic.
Well, Matt hit us up last night. We just witnessed history. The Lions are 9-1 for the first time ever. It's like, yeah, nobody outside Detroit gives a fuck about that. But that's cool.
Which is incredibly funny considering you're 8-1.
Are we?
Yeah.
He said 9-1 last night. I didn't even fucking fact check that.
Yeah, but I believe you're playing the Jaguars next week, so that's at 9-1.
Indeed. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and update this real quick because I got the 9-1 Detroit Lions written down here because I didn't bother to look it up because Matt said 9-1 last night. Shows how closely I really pay attention. I know they've lost a game. That's it. I don't give a fuck about the record as long as they hold on to the number 1 spot. That's what I'm worried about. Keep that number 1 spot in the NFC. I want that first round bye. Damn it. Yeah, well, anybody have any highlights to their week?
Not really, no.
No? Trump winning wasn't a highlight for anybody?
Well, there was that.
No.
Look, you don't live here. Who cares? You don't got to deal with it. It's fine.
Now Luke has to have all the blackies sent to him. He's not happy about that.
I have no idea why it's like this, But as you guys go, 18 months later, we always follow. So,
Get off our dicks, Britain.
I got to say, though, as a Tennessean, that meth field orgy that happened Tuesday night was pretty intense.
Yeah. Trinator says, Dear Bears fans, don't look at your upcoming schedule. Well, I know they got the Lions twice.
Yep, it is Packer Week. Yay!
Dirk says, damn it, Matt. I'm guessing that's in reference to the fucking getting the record wrong. Hashtag Canada 1993. I was 8. I don't follow Canadian history, so I don't get the reference. Luke probably knows, though, because he knows fucking history about every country for some reason.
it was some blowout election.
See? See? I wasn't even born yet, but I know it.
That's right.
All right. NFL or college? Where you guys want to start this week? Or how we can even start NHL?
Your choice.
Yeah, I said college last week, so I'm falling back this week.
Let's go NHL. We'll end with the fun stuff.
NHL. All right. It'll be the quickest one because we only got 5 games this week. But before we get to this week, let's go back to last week. First game, we had the Philadelphia Flyers taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes favored by 1.5. We all went unanimous with Carolina. Yes, unanimous. Even Luke took Carolina, and it paid off. It's a win for everybody. It's funny, at this point in the week, I don't remember what any of the scores were, or how close they were, but I know that they won and they covered. Philadelphia sucks. Boston taking on Toronto. Toronto favored by 1.5. Luke took Toronto. Matty Icing was ecstatic because he had taken Boston and he didn't want to be on the same side as Luke, and Luke got last pick. Unfortunately for Matt, didn't work out. The Luke curse with Toronto doesn't seem to be running this year. Matty Icing is the only one that doesn't pick up the point because Toronto wins and covers.
If anything, it seems to be running in reverse.
Right. Oh, Dirk says the Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup in '93. Well, I mean, at least that's a good reference since we started with hockey. But yeah, that's sad. Never like hearing that. Montreal shouldn't win anything. Ottawa Senators taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Sabres favor 1.5. Luke Birch went alone with Buffalo because we didn't cover the Buffalo Bills. So he's going to pick a Buffalo team, and it paid off for the son of a bitch. Ottawa did not cover. Ottawa did not win. I remember this one. This one was like 5-1 Buffalo. So Buffalo got the win, got the cover easily. Rest of us eat a dick. Calgary taking on Montreal. Speaking of Montreal, Calgary favored by 1.5. I went alone with Montreal as I sit here and talk shit about them. And I went alone with the victory. Thank you, Montreal. Don't win any Stanley Cups, though. I'll take it. Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New York Islanders. Islanders favored by 1.5. Luke went alone with the Islanders. And it didn't pay off this time. Luke goes alone with the loss. Sorry, Luke. Broke the going alone streak. Oh, wait, no. Matt went alone with Boston and lost. So we're 50-50 on the loner picks. Our second unanimous pick of the week, though, we all took Winnipeg, favored by 1.5 over Utah. And that one came through for us. So we are 2 for 2 on unanimous picks. It's not like the NFL. Hockey's working out better. Winnipeg's on fucking fire still. Can't believe that team right now. Tampa Bay favored by 1.5 over St. Louis. Matt goes alone with Tampa Bay. Every time he's done that this season, it's paid off for him. That streak has come to an end. Matt's reign of Tampa Bay terror is over. He takes the loss. Thank you, Blues. I want to say Tampa Bay may have won the game, but they didn't cover. Los Angeles against Minnesota. Minnesota favored by 1.5. I went alone with LA. Couldn't figure out why. Like, why the fuck did I go along with the Kings? I must have saw something in the spread, or maybe it's just because I wanted to use that new drop. Either way, it fucking paid off for me. Ha! You all went with Minnesota. Y'all don't get shit. I go alone with the victory. Seattle taking on Colorado. Colorado favored by 1.5. We all went with Seattle. Colorado had not covered a spread at home all season, so thought it was a safe pick. It wasn't a safe pick. Colorado picks up the win by a lot, I want to say. That's a unanimous pick that didn't come through. Next unanimous pick, Vancouver giving up 1.5 against the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim did not come through for us. 2 unanimous picks in a row. We fucking lose them. Damn it, Ducks. I did see part of this game, and Vancouver had their throwback uniforms on. I'm like, they should really say, let us know in advance what uniforms they're going to wear, because I'd never picked against Vancouver in those fucking uniforms. Anaheim lets us down. No points for anybody. In the last game, the Columbus Blue Jackets giving up 1.5 to the San Jose Sharks. Columbus, the best team in the league against the spread, against San Jose, who was San Jose. Matt, for some reason, went alone with San Jose. Like, what the fuck is he doing? He's picking up a lone win. That's what he's doing. Fucking Columbus lets us down. God damn you, Ohio. I don't care if I live here now. Fuck you, Ohio. Fucking Columbus. Goddamn Blue Jackets. So, on the week, even with his loner victory with San Jose, Matt finishes at the bottom at 4-7. Smart right behind him, right above him, I should say, at 5-6. Luke Birch, also 5-6. Winner this week, this guy, 7-4. However, in the overall standings, I'm still at the bottom with 25-28. But at least I got Smark next to me, also at 25-28. Matty Icing in second place at 28-25, and 1 game ahead of him in first place, Luke Birch at 29-24. Let's see if we can't right some wrongs with these 5 games we have coming up this week. Tomorrow, Tuesday. First game, we had that on-fire-ass team, the 14-1 Winnipeg Jets, traveling to New York to take on the 9-3 Rangers. Rangers favored by 1.5. Winnipeg's lost 1 fucking game, and the Rangers are favored by 1.5? I guess I'll go first in the first game. Fuck it. I mean, it seems like they want you to take the Rangers because they're favored by 1.5 over a 1-loss team. I feel like even if the Rangers do somehow pull out the victory, they're not going to do it by 2, right? So give me the Jets.
And then moments later,
I drove past the apartments where that plane crashed the other day, actually. So that was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm driving down the highway. I was like, oh, hey, that's where Winnipeg Jets drop right there.
I drive past those every day. Thinking about
Yeah.
the Jets.
Used to be called Harbor Club. I can't remember what the hell they're called now. All right, Mark Wahlberg.
I will also go Jets.
you fucking suck!
I like it. Matty Icing.
I feel like they want you to take the Jets because they're the better team, and they're not favorites. But I'll take the Jets.
And then moments later,
All right, and Luke Birch.
And I will make that unanimous.
you fucking suck!
Yes, you do. All right. Unanimous with Winnipeg. Second game, the 10-6 New Jersey Devils travel to Florida to take on the 11-3 Panthers. Panthers favored by 1.5. Mark Wahlberg.
I will go Panthers.
You rat bastard.
Yeah, I usually pick the Devils. Devils are much improved this year. But I swear Florida fucks me every time I pick against them. So as much as it hurts me, give me the fucking Panthers.
You rat bastard.
I feel like a dirty bastard. Matty Icing.
Yeah, I take a guys trip every year to Florida, so I'll take the Panthers.
You rat bastard.
Do straight men take guys trips?
Oh shit! We've only got 5 games and we're unanimous for the first 2.
You rat bastard.
Yeah. Only one of us is going to be super pissed if that doesn't come through, though. That's me, because I almost always pick the Devils. Next, the 7-7 Boston Bruins taking on the 7-8 St. Louis Blues. Boston favored by 1.5. I will take my Blues.
24-hour blues.
Thank you, John Bonamassa. Mark Wahlberg.
Look, I've been jonesing for it. We haven't heard it in a while. It's time for that drop. Give me Boston.
Your cousin from Boston.
Matty Icing.
I've driven through Columbus, so I'll take Columbus.
Columbus was Boston and St. Louis.
Same difference. Went to St. Louis. It was hot as hell. It sucked, so I'll go with Boston.
Your cousin from Boston.
Yeah, I was wondering if you get it mixed up, because I know Matty's been to St. Louis before. So, all right, Luke Birch.
Yeah, I think even if Boston do win this game, it's by a lone goal, so I will take the Blues.
24-hour blues.
All right, we got a split decision finally. Next, the 6-6 New York Islanders taking on the 7-7 Edmonton Oilers. Oilers favored by 1.5. Mark Wahlberg.
Oilers favored by 1.5 over home.
Edmonton favored by 1.5 over the Islanders.
I'll go Islanders.
Congratulations. Is her vagina dishwasher safe?
She's a real person.
What part of Russia did they ship her from?
I hate this game. I don't really want to trust the Islanders, but I feel like I want to trust the Oilers even less. Wish I'd look to see how the Oilers are doing at home. Yeah, I like the Edmonton Oilers drop better. That's what I'm basing this pick off of.
Oil reserves.
Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go.
Shout out to Key and Peele. Funny story. I threw on Saturday Night Live the other day, yesterday actually, because I was curious to see what kind of skit they would do after Trump won. And Bill Burr was hosting, so I ended up watching damn near the whole episode. But the wife's sitting there and she's like, "So is this like similar to Key and Peele? I'm like, this is Saturday Night Live." And like I found out she's never watched an episode of Saturday Night Live. She had no idea what it was about. So I'm like, yeah, it's the original sketch comedy show. Like, it's Key and Peele, but without black people.
Mm-hmm.
Luke loves it. Matty Icing.
Wait, Saturday Night Live is not news?
No, it's not even like a weekly recap show. I mean, it kind of is, but no.
It's a better news channel. Nope. My grandma was Canadian, so I'll take the Canadian team.
Oil reserves.
Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go.
Should have
Just
Scott
got an
Gruber.
idea. You need to show her Mad TV. It'll fucking blow her mind. Because
Mad TV I always liked Mad TV better than SNL when I was younger, if I'm being honest. You can't like it when you're older because it's just been canceled forever, but
that is true. I mean, it's kind of, there's a lot of more like misses than hits sometimes with them, but like stuff that they actually do that's funny is, in my opinion, funnier than Saturday Night Live.
yeah, they have better reoccurring characters in that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Luke Birch.
I do not care that the link is kind of weak. If any of you try and change this drop, I will veto it.
Congratulations. Is her vagina dishwasher safe?
She's a real person.
What part of Russia did they ship her from?
Yeah, Luke, I know. I knew you were going to pick the Islanders just based off that pick or that drop, pretty much. Just put this. If Jennifer Lawrence ever goes missing, I know where I'm looking first. Last game, the 5-7 Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the 6-8 Seattle Kraken. Kraken favored by 1.5. Put it back up there. Columbus. Let's see. Smart started us off last time, so it's on me. Fuck. Come on, Columbus. I picked you last week. Rebound for me this week.
There are horrific accounts of Columbus selling Native American women.
Yeah, I wonder how much they want for them. I'm not that far from Columbus. I need some work done around here. Smart Wahlberg.
There should be no mystery about this. I am going to go correct.
Release the Kraken.
Matty icing.
Yeah, I would take St. Louis on this one.
I'll take Texas.
I like the Kraken. They look pretty cool, so I'll take them.
Release the Kraken.
Fucking Liam Neeson. Luke Birch.
We started with 2 unanimous picks. We're ending with 3 split decisions.
There are horrific accounts of Columbus selling Native American women.
It was kind of crazy how that worked out. All right. No loners this week. 2 unanimous, 3 splits. And that is it for the NHL already. Because there's only 5 fucking games on tomorrow.
What about for the drafted teams?
Didn't do it. I thought about it. I was like, oh, damn, I didn't do that shit yet. I was like, I got time, but I just don't care. We'll get to it next week. We're so early in the season. It's like, it doesn't matter. Get to it next week. That goes the same for college and NFL, too. It's like, I just don't feel like putting that extra effort in this week. It's not important.
Copy that.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's jump over to college football. We'll save the best for last and do football or NFL last for the first time ever. Changing things up over here on Tits. Donald Trump told me to do it. He's running things now. First game last week, we had Florida Atlantic taking on ECU. Can't remember who had Florida Atlantic. Was that Luke or Smock? See here real quick. Yes, it was Smark. So it was Smark versus my team. Of course, me having the ECU Pirates. Luke goes alone with FAU, though. That's why I was kind of confused. I'm like, maybe he took it because of his team, because they didn't fucking come close to covering. ECU beat that ass. So that's a point for everybody except Luke. Yes, that's right. Except they were on the giving end this time. University of New Mexico, the Lobos, taking on San Diego State. We all went with San Diego State because they're like, who the fuck is New Mexico? We know nothing about them. Well, we know now that they're better than San Diego State. San Diego State was favored by 3, didn't even come close to even winning, let alone cover. Fucking Aztecs suck this year. No points for anybody. Texas State giving up 4 to ULM. The Warhawks have been solid this year. So we all went with the Warhawks, except Smart. He took the Bobcats. And it paid off for him because Texas State beat the fucking shit out of ULM. ULM wasn't in this game at all. Smart goes alone with the point. Well done, Smart. UConn giving up 6.5 to UAB. We all took UConn because UAB is garbage. UAB is, in fact, trash. Didn't come close. UConn picks up the win in the cover. It's a point for everybody. Duke taking on NC State. NC State favored by 3. NC State's been on the rise a bit, so we all took NC State. NC State's rise is over. Duke beat them. Not only did they not cover, Duke beat them outright. Wasn't a great game. Next game on the schedule, I had UK versus Iowa State, and then I realized UK is Kansas and not Kentucky, and we made picks based off of Kentucky versus Iowa State. So I just scratched that game out. Yeah, it's not really fair. We thought it was Kentucky and not Kansas. That's my bad. I'm dumb. So we're calling that one a wash. Georgia State taking on James Madison. James Madison favored by 17. Me and Matt took James Madison because we knew what was up. Georgia State got that ass whooped. James Madison fucking dropped a bomb on them. Covered the 17 and then another 17, I think.
I learned something too this weekend that Indiana's coach and like half the team are all from James Madison. That's how good they are. That they took the better players to Indiana and James Madison's still winning.
Yeah, well, it didn't really pay off for them. And they got the win, but they didn't come close to covering against Michigan. That game was way closer than it should have been. Fuck the Wolverines. At least Michigan still lost in the end, though. That's the important thing, right? Temple taking on Tulane. Tulane favored by 27. Even being favored by 27, we all said, give us Tulane. Tulane did not disappoint. Temple fucking sucks. Tulane won by like fucking 38 or some shit. Not even close. Next, the UCF Knights taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Sun Devils favored by 4. We had a split decision on this one, but it didn't matter because fucking ASU won by 4. So it was a wash. No points for anybody. Vegas takes all the money. And the last game of the week, Oklahoma State taking on TCU. TCU favored by 12.5. Luke went alone with Oklahoma State. Luke goes alone with the loss. It's a point for all 3 of us and not him. Dig it. Thank you, TCU. So on the week, Luke looking a bit like Dirk at 2-6 at the bottom. Dirk says USF's. Indeed, it was. The rest of us, not great, but still 3 games higher than Luke. We all finish at 5-3. So season totals: Mark Wahlberg at the bottom at 39-41. Luke Birch 1 game better than him at 40-40. I jump up to second place now at 42-38, and Maddie Icing up to first place, 1 ahead of me at 43-37. If I can just get this lead now, I'll be leading in NFL and fucking college. It'll be amazing. Still getting my ass beat in the NHL, but hey, I mean, if I can lead both fucking football divisions, I'll be happy as fuck. So will the baby. All right, first game for this week. We get the Balls, T. That's right, Ball State taking on Buffalo. The Bulls. I don't know why I was thinking Bison. It's bad that the college team can get it right. We're the Buffalo Bulls, not Bills. NFL fucking it up. College is like, all right, I got this. Buffalo favored by 6.5. Mark Wahlberg.
I'll go Buffalo.
Luke Birch.
I don't think it'll really surprise anyone. Give me the Bulls.
Also, why in God's name is this game tomorrow?
I don't know. They do that shit. So I seen that too. It was the first one to pop up on the spreads. It was like Tuesday. I was like, oh,
It's
okay, cool. Yeah, got some hot action for you.
Because, they care about the students' education. That's why they make you play on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah, right in the middle of the school week.
And you have to do it at night. So you're not getting home until, 2 a.m. in the morning. That's always fun. And then you still have to go to class the next day and present your exam.
Yep.
That was a rough day, I will tell you that.
Kind of like the idea that they're putting in like the unimportant conferences on Tuesdays or Wednesdays.
I didn't even think about that. Like, oh yeah, Maddie did go to a MAC school and traveled with the team.
Yeah, we played NIU at like 8 o'clock at night. I didn't get home till about 2 a.m. And had to be at school at 7.
Oh yeah, Northern Illinois. Yeah.
Hey, at least
that's a long drive.
So they let us fly that one.
I was thinking Indiana at first. I'm like, what? That's like a fucking 2.5 hour drive. But I was like, oh wait, Illinois, not Indiana. All right. Oh shit, I'm next. I'll take Buffalo.
It looks like Dirk's going to be joining us.
Yep. Matty Icing.
I used to know one of the receivers at Buffalo, so I'll take Buffalo.
We need a siren.
I'm just going to do like the old drops they used to do on the ticket.
Just thought of another drop. Made me think of this for the fucking college team, but we're not going to use it for the college team. I'll just send it as a alternate option for hockey and or football. All right, next game. We got the ECU Pirates giving up 14 as they take on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. That's right, the piss fucking storm is back. Mark Wahlberg.
Who's facing the Golden Hurricane? I'm sorry.
The ECU Pirates.
Yeah, go Pirates. I don't trust this Golden Hurricane.
Pirates, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees.
I can't help it. I laugh at it every fucking time. I mean, it's just because like the way he smiles and drops to his knees. It's fucking funny. Maybe one day I won't laugh at it, but I can't help it. Luke Birch, who are you taking?
Well, start laughing again.
Pirates, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees.
Play it again.
Pirates, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees.
And Matty Icing. Hit your mute button, Matt.
I went to Carolina once, so let's go ECU.
Pirates, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees.
Oh, and Dirk also taking the Pirates.
Play it again.
Pirates, he's a gay pirate, run a hole in the wall on my knees.
So play it again. Fuck, who was it that used to do that 97.1? I think it was Sully. He would fucking tie in a trip. Yeah, I've been to this state, so I'm taking them. Or I've been to this or this fucking city, so I'm taking that one. Or I knew a player from this one.
Yeah, I think I'll do a little bit of that.
Matty Icing, the new Matt Sullivan. Mike Sullivan, sorry. Matt Sullivan's the one I went to high school with. Haha, irony. The Tulane Green Wave giving up 6.5 as they travel to wherever the fuck it is that Navy plays to take on the midshipmen. Mark Wahlberg.
I believe they play on a boat. That'd be pretty fucking good, actually. Give me Tulane.
I think Michigan State played a basketball game on the fucking aircraft carrier once.
Maybe they did last year. It's like a new tradition to do every year.
Not no shit.
State, but like they do
one
game
game
down there in like Texas on an aircraft carrier.
Texas.
Tennessee.
All right.
They played at the Bristol Speedway. That was pretty cool.
Take a big ass crowd in there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the NHL when they do their fucking outdoor games. I think they did one at Michigan Stadium one year. Michigan Stadium can hold like 120,000 or some shit.
Yeah, they had it in the middle of the field and put even more seats, and it was ridiculous. You had no you didn't see anything. You're watching it on your phone.
Yeah, because as big as Michigan Stadium is, they don't have a giant fucking screen. All right, Luke Birch.
I will join Smark and Dirk.
And I will join all of you. Matty Icing?
My wife's uncle, he went to Tulane, so I'll go Tulane. Jesus.
All right, 3 games, 3 unanimous picks. It's beginning to look a lot like hockey. Let's see if we can get some drama here. We got the ULM Warhawks taking on the Auburn Tigers. Tigers favored by 24.5. Should have worn my Auburn hat tonight. Mark Wahlberg.
I'm gonna go Auburn.
All right, Luke Birch.
I will go General Booty.
All right, we're not unanimous for sure now. This one's a tough one. So I don't know if I really want to trust Auburn to cover 24.5. But ULM Did not look good last week against Texas State of all schools. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with Auburn. Sorry, Warhawks. Matty icing.
I knew a guy that stole a laptop once, so I'll go Auburn.
All right. Dirk's still not come through with his pick yet. Oh, great. I'm in trouble. Nope. Okay. Dirk's taking the Eagles. We got a fucking puppy this week, and not like a little puppy. It's a fucking 7-month-old dog, but we got it for free, so couldn't pass it up. And the wife just messaged me and said I let her chew up the baby's first toothbrush, but I don't know when she would have did that and why it's got to be my fault.
I would just like to know why you still haven't taken out the fucking garbage.
Oh, I did.
Oh, very good.
Yep. The daughter didn't have to walk in with the divorce papers. It was all good. She was actually listening to that part last week because her dad lives in the room right next door and he had the show on. So she overheard it. She thought it was funny.
So to make up, you bought them a puppy. How nice.
Yes. Don't leave me. Here's a puppy. All right, next game, we got the Florida Atlantic Owls. I want to say Eagles for some reason. Giving up one as they take on the Temple Owls. Is that right? I didn't even think about that until now. We've got some owl on owl action. Smart Wahlberg.
Bird fighting. I like it. Give me fucking. I somehow blanked on the FAU.
Okay. Like Scott Gurr, hashtag never my fault. It's not. God damn it. Go full Gene Snitsky. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, I will take FAU, and so will Dirk.
Please do not punt either the baby or puppy.
Nope. Unless it's fake. That's okay. It'll look cheesy, but you know. I'm also taking Florida Atlantic because Temple is trash. Matty icing.
That's why Atlanta goes for one, so I'll take Florida.
All right. I was waiting for him to be like, I had a Jewish friend that made me go to Temple with him, so I'm taking Temple. All right, it's unanimous with Florida Atlantic. We were fucking unanimous on 4 out of 5 picks. Super exciting week. Michigan State Spartans taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Illinois favored by 3. Smart Wahlberg.
It's been kind of an up and down year for the Illini, but it seems like they're playing fairly good. And even though they're not technically my team is 10-0 working Ducks. Give me the Illini.
Well, they kind of used to be your team, but you decided you want to play or pick somebody that wins more.
I just want to see this happiness on some day of the weekend.
Well, you're getting it on Saturdays. Luke Birch.
Fucking embarrassing.
That will be MSU.
Yep. So I said something like, oh, yeah, that's right. His dog's a Spartans fan. Dirk's taking Illinois. This is tough. It's like Illinois favored by 3. Michigan State will turn the ball over a minimum of 3 times. Can they still keep it within 3? Fuck it. Go green, go white. Give me the Spartans.
Fucking embarrassing.
Matty icing.
I've been on the field in Champaign, so I'll go Illinois.
All right. Did you guys win that game by chance? I mean, it's Illinois, so you had a shot.
Yeah, it was on my birthday, too. It was pretty cool. I actually have the video on my phone still, and I think we got a $1 million paycheck to go there and win.
Jesus. You hear that, Spark? Your original team paid a Mac school $1 million to come there and beat them.
That's pretty cool.
They also had some pretty good food in the press box, so I will give them that.
The fucking original Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah. All right, next game. For the first time ever, because I'm an idiot and had the wrong team written down, we have the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd. Marshall favored by 9. Mark Wahlberg.
I will go Coastal Carolina.
All right. Luke Birch.
Yeah, I don't like the 9 point. Give me Coastal.
Yeah, they may be Marshall, but I'm not Marshall. Give me the Chanticleers. Matty Icing.
Went to Coastal. That was a cool stadium, so I'll go with my team, Coastal.
All right, that puts Dirk on his own with Marshall. Next, the Arkansas State. I don't know why I can't say that. Arkansas State Red Wolves taking on the Georgia State Cougars. Georgia State favored by 1. Holy shit! Arkansas State must be really bad. Mark Wahlberg.
Just because I like the idea that they're the Red Wolves and not just some generic shit like a Bulldog or a Husky, I'm going to go Red Wolves.
All right. Luke Birch.
I'm just getting their record up, but that doesn't seem right.
Sure, it's not basketball. I run into that problem sometimes.
They are 5-4.
Wow. Well, Georgia State's like what, 4-5 or 3-6?
2-7.
2-7. Jesus Christ. What does Vegas know that we don't?
I don't know, but I'll still be taking Arkansas State.
All right. Yeah, they're the Red Wolves, and if the election just taught us anything, it's that red wins. Give me Arkansas State. Matty Icing.
I think we have family that lives in Arkansas, so I'll take Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, doesn't our biological grandfather live down there?
I think so. Somewhere around the area.
I've never met the guy. Or at least, not that I remember. I think maybe I met him when I was like a baby. All right. Arizona State taking on Kansas State. And I checked. It is Kansas State, not Kentucky State. Kansas State favored by 8.5. Mark Wahlberg.
For what it's worth, I also have been met your grandfather, and give me Kansas State.
All right. For the record, Dirk is on his own again last time with Georgia State. Smark's got Kansas State. Luke, who are you taking?
I will be taking Kansas State.
Son of a bitch. These are all like really similar picks this week because I'm taking Kansas State as well. Dirk's taking Kansas State. Matty Icing.
Arizona State and Eastern played, and I'm pretty sure Arizona State gave Eastern the play call so they could fire their head coach. So with that, I'll go Arizona State.
All right. Matty Icing on his own with ASU. Go Sun Devils. Last game of the week. We got the Boise State Broncos giving up 13.5 as they travel to San Jose to take on the Spartans, San Jose State University. I said Boise in favor by 13.5. Matty Icing loves taking San Jose in hockey. I wonder if he'll do the same in college. Mark, who are you taking?
I'm just for variety's sake gonna go San Jose.
All right. Luke Birch.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah, go Broncos. That's who I'm going with too.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
Matty Icing.
I was invited but did not go to the Idaho Potato Bowl, so I will go with the Broncos.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
Dirk also taking Boise State. That puts Smark on.
Go America. Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
Jeez, what a shit week in fucking college football. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, okay, 5 unanimous picks out of fucking 10 games. Couple louder picks. I don't think we split on anything. Oh, we split on the Illinois and MSU game. Oh, and the ULM and Auburn.
I also voluntarily sacrificed one of my points so we wouldn't go unanimous on the last one.
Smark, you're last. You're not in any position to be sacrificing.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm feeling generous. Mainly because one of my teams will actually beat a team from Wisconsin this week, as Oregon is going up against Wisconsin. And if Oregon loses to Wisconsin, you have my solemn promise I will not be here Monday.
Matt's one game ahead of me, and we picked different on the Michigan State game and the Kansas State-Arizona State game. So hopefully he loses both of those, and I'll be your new leader next week. I don't feel good about the MSU game. All right, on to the main event. Let's do some NFL.
Speaking of, does anyone have a score update for the Dolphin Rams?
It is 10-3 with 33 seconds. Dolphins are winning. There was like a 5-minute span where they turned the ball over 3 or 4 times.
Awesome. Wait, who turned the ball over 3 times? Miami or fucking LA?
Miami threw an interception. 2 plays later, Rams fumbled it. 2 plays later, Miami picked it off again. And then I think there's another fumble.
Jesus. And nobody wants to win game. All right. First game last week, the Thursday night game, we had Cincinnati taking on Baltimore. Baltimore favored by 6. Matt and Luke took fucking Cincinnati. Cincinnati didn't get the win, but they did cover the spread. They only lost by 1. Poor fucking Joe Burrow. Jesus Christ. I don't want to win. I don't want to win. I don't want to win. No, I don't want to win. You take the ball. No, you take the ball. All right, so early point for Matt and Luke because Joe Burrow is a sad sack. Motherfuckers played 2 amazing games against Baltimore this year and no wins to show for it. I guess that's what it's like to not have a defense.
If you throw 5 picks, there's a good chance you can still win it.
Motherfucker threw 5 touchdowns and couldn't win it. We had Denver taking on Kansas City. Kansas City favored by 8.5. We all wanted no part of taking Kansas City favored by 8.5, so we all went with Denver. And thanks to a bullshit blocked fucking field goal, Kansas City wins the game, but they only win by 2. They do not cover. Far fucking from it. Patrick Mahomes is a fraud. Kansas City is probably the worst 8-0 team in history. But it's a point for all of us.
It's either this Kansas City team or the Steelers from COVID year.
Yeah, it's true. It was COVID, though. Nothing counts with COVID. Next, speaking of the Steelers, we have the Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders. Commanders favored by 2.5. Me and Luke took the Steelers. Me and Luke take the win. I can't remember, what was it? How'd that game end? Fucking Dirk sent it to me, I want to say. I cannot fucking remember it. Oh, Washington went offsides on a fucking 4th down to give Pittsburgh a fucking 1st down where they could just kneel and run out the clock then. Way to go, Commanders.
Illinois alumni, whatever they're called.
Illini.
Yeah, Illini. Good old Johnny Newton.
I don't get that reference.
That's who did it. He was
okay.
he's a rookie from the last year, and he jumped
Played
off
right into Pittsburgh's hands.
D tackle.
Yep.
Yeah. Papa Dirk is happy about the Steelers. Yeah, he's a Pittsburgh fan. Me and Matt's Uncle Jimmy is a Pittsburgh fan for some reason. The fucker's from Michigan, lived a large portion of his life in Texas, and is somehow a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Can't figure that one out.
Kind of just choose to believe that Papa Dirk is actually just Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin.
It's just Dirk role playing with a wig. I can walk. It's one of his many personalities. He's got a doll dressed up like a child that he yells at.
I do kind of picture just Dirk just having a closet where it's just like 8 of the same shirt and pants combination, like a cartoon character would have.
All right. San Francisco giving up 6.5 against Tampa Bay. Matt went alone with San Francisco. Oops. San Francisco gets the win, but they don't get the cover. San Francisco sucks. Oh, wait, did San Francisco win that game?
Yeah.
Yes, they win that game. And Samuel assaulted 2 of his teammates. That was pretty cool.
They went home and assaulted his girlfriend.
He assaulted a Saline alumni.
No shit.
The long snapper.
Good. Fucker had it coming. Oh, yeah, Matt didn't go along with San Francisco. Dirk also took San Francisco.
And he also assaulted a former Wolverine.
Oh, well, then all is forgiven. Go, Debo. Next, the disappointment of the week, as far as I'm concerned. Atlanta favored by 3.5 over New Orleans. We all took Atlanta, so we're all feeling disappointed because New Orleans got that win. Matty Icing voices displeasure in the group chat, saying he should have known to take them because they got the new coach.
In the post-game interview, the media asked the new New Orleans coach how he started his first game day as a head coach. And his legit answer was he clogged the toilet.
Nervous, plugged up for a few days. Dan Campbell would be like, I came out there and I woke up and I banged the wife and I bit some kneecaps and I got to the field.
5 shots of espresso.
Next, poor Smark. At least he didn't pick them to win. New England taking on Chicago. Chicago favored by 6.5. Dirk was the only one foolish enough to take Chicago in this. So Dirk's the only one that doesn't get a point. We all knew better. We all took New England. We all got that win. True North says also your quarterback got sacked 9 times. 9.
I like how he rolled. I like how we scrolled up to find that. Also, what I like is like fucking Matt Eberflus called in a local radio station to like just I guess be berated by the coach or by the host for a while, and like in the middle of his phone call, his phone fucking died and he hung up on him. So it's just like that is the most fitting description of just like everything that has gone on in the last, like 3 weeks. It's just like not even the fucking phone works.
That's hilarious. His phone died shortly into the call, just like his team died shortly into the game.
Well, shout out to the fucking Dave Kaplan, who was one of the radio hosts that like Eberflus has phone troubles, and before he even knew that he hung up on him, he said, "Coach, your phone is working as well as your offense." And I was like, "God bless you, sir."
Did the owners call and tell the radio station if they don't fire them, they're going to pull their team off?
Well, that was the problem. Is he's like, you could invest in landlines, and it's like, yeah, they're not going to fucking pay. The Bears organization's not paying for landlines. Every coach gets a track phone with 20 minutes on it. They better make it.
Yeah, exactly. No, what Matt referenced actually did happen here in Detroit. One of our our most popular fucking radio host in town. He was always super critical of the Lions, and the team president called and said that they need to fire him from the station, or else they'll take their games to another station. And the station held fast and was like, "All right, well, take your shitty team to another station. We're not firing the dude." They're back now, and the guy's still not fired. He's still the most popular fucking show host in town. Matter of
it's
fact,
one of the most popular in the nation.
I was just gonna say, as far as like sports radio shows from 2 to 6 go, they're number 1 in the country. Weird, you wouldn't think that, being at Detroit and all, but it's the top radio station in the country from 2 to 6. Mike Valeni. All right, Philadelphia giving up 6.5 to Dallas. We all took Philadelphia because we're not retarded. Even Dirk.
The fucking best post-game interview of the week came from Micah Parsons discussing Mike McCarthy. Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. Guys I feel bad for are guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be under last year and on their way out, because those are that's who I want to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who have put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Mike McCarthy makes it to the end of the season before he gets fired?
Yes, because it's Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he'll make it to the end of the season and be one of the first guys fired on quote-unquote coaching Black Monday.
Okay, one of my favorite interviews was Jerry Jones this week saying, "Well, we know the time, and we know our stadium, and we know when the sun will be shining, and why would they want to take the ball going that way? I'm not putting up curtains. What do you want me to do, build a whole new stadium?"
Fuck you, Jerry. Stay away from microphones. You shouldn't talk so much. So, yeah.
Speaking of firing radio hosts, that's exactly what he tried to do, too.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that, too. Have you fired?
If you ask me one of those questions about how I'm running my football team, I'll have you replaced.
And if we go back a couple games, I'm pretty sure that when Dan Snyder was still in charge of Washington, he also pulled the same bullshit.
Yeah. See, the thing that happened on the radio station out here is they used to have Ndamukong Suh come on the show. And I don't remember exactly what Mike said to him, but he didn't hold anything back, just went right at him. He said, "Well, how come your fucking team sucks," basically? How come it felt like you didn't show up? You just sat there on the sideline and didn't do anything, and Sue hung up on him. Mike's like, all right, see you later.
Oh dear. Why did you stomp on a man's face on Thanksgiving Day?
Right. I hate Ndamukong Suh. True North says, Jerry was talking about the moon this week. Time for the retirement home, old man. Yes. He's talking about how Warren Moon was his best quarterback ever, and it's like, Jerry, that was Houston, not Dallas. Same thing as Texas.
Now, look here. I saw a movie the other day where there was a Labrador Retriever who won some several games. We're thinking about bringing him in.
Warren Moon had a 9.5-inch penis. All right, New York Jets taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 1. Dirk again goes along with the Jets. Dirk, what were you doing? Were you like just hitting meth before you were making these picks last week, or what?
I am so fucking happy that this is true.
You fucking suck!
Really does. He's fallen off in a big way. God, he's awful. The whole team sucks. True North says all black quarterbacks in Texas look the same to Jerry.
I'll give Matt credit for saying it, but big fucking big props to them for trading Mike Williams, and then Mike Williams gets a game-winning touchdown for Pittsburgh, and Jets lose another game.
Yep. Yeah, Arizona took care of New York, no problem. So that's a point for everybody except Dirk. And the last game of the week, we had Detroit Lions giving up 4 to the Houston Texans. Thankfully, the Lions were able to pull this off. Kicked a tying field goal that missed the upright by like half a fucking centimeter. And the motherfucker comes out there and kicks the game-winning field goal, missing the opposite upright by another half a centimeter. Damn, Jake, you really know how to cut it close, huh?
That's Sir Master Bates to you.
Yes, Master Bates. I can't believe they actually call him that. Like, I thought Matt was just making a joke, and then I seen it a few times referenced today. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, that's actually his nickname, Master Bates. Okay.
That's a fan-given nickname there. He couldn't get the cool one like Sonic and Knuckles.
J-Mo and
Dear God,
Derek.
if I hear him mention that shit on the Red Zone channel one more time, I'm going to straighten that motherfucker up by his intestines.
Sonic and Knuckles?
Every goddamn week on the Red Zone. You know, they actually like being called Sonic and Knuckles. Yes, I know, because you told me that consecutively for the last 5 fucking weeks, guys.
Could be worse. It could be like, hey, did you know Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw are best friends? Pretty sure that was probably announced somewhere tonight.
Sorry, next year we're going to have Smith and fucking Hutch, and we'll call them Double and Penetration. Anyway, Detroit was favored by 4. They only won by 3, so it's a win for Detroit. Yay! But as far as the picks go, it's a win for Smark Wahlberg and Smark Wahlberg alone. He went alone with Houston. Well done, Smark. So on the week, Matty Icing 5-4, Smark 6-3, me 6-3, Luke Birch, you son of a bitch, you win this week at 7-2. Dirk also participated at 2-7. Now, indeed, not a great showing at all for Dirk. But he's here in the chat. He can try to rebound. On the season, Smark and Matt now tied at 51 and 54. Luke Birch at 58 and 47. I am only now 2 games ahead at 60 and 45. Hate it when my lead starts to dwindle more and more. There's too much time left. I'm going to lose it. I know it. First game, 7-3 Washington Commanders taking on the 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles favored by 3. Matty Icing.
I have a friend who's an Eagles fan, so I'll take Philly.
Smark Wahlberg.
I feel like I've taken Philadelphia like 2 or 3 weeks straight now, and it's worked out for me. So why break a tradition? Why? Because they're playing Commanders. So give me the Commanders.
I am the Clit Commander.
Luke Birch.
Yeah, I had no trouble taking Philly last week since they were playing a battered Dallas side. Now they're actually up against a real team.
I am the Clit Commander.
Yeah, Philadelphia's a real up and down team. They had a good week last week, obviously because they were facing Dallas, but after a big win, they usually fall back to earth a bit. And also, it's an in-division rivalry, so give me Washington to at least keep it within 3.
I am the Clit Commander.
Okay, I was just looking up to see if Dirk had made a pick yet. I'll write him in later.
You know that
Maybe he doesn't. Oh, there it is.
The Commanders have not beat a team that's above 500 yet.
No shit. Well, like I said, I'm taking them to keep it within 3. They may not win the game, but they can keep it within 3, I'm pretty sure. All right, Luke and Dirk with Philly. I'm sorry, Matt. Why I said Luke. Matt and Dirk with Philly. Sorry, Matt. Next, 7-3 Baltimore giving up 3.5 as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the 7-2 Steelers. Smart Wahlberg.
I'm sorry, what was the spread?
3.5. Baltimore favored.
I will be taking the Ravens.
Past the grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Eat my short.
All right, Maddie Icing.
Oh, quoth the raven.
Past the grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Eat my short.
Luke Birch.
Past the grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore.
Quoth the raven.
Eat my short.
All right, Pittsburgh always plays Baltimore good. Pittsburgh has no business winning this game. That's why I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
Bradshaw's a dumbass and Big Ben likes rape. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is where Dirk comes along. Yep, there it is.
Bradshaw's a dumbass and Big Ben likes rape. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Maybe I'll be all right because I mean it's not Dirk's pick. It's his alter ego, Papa Dirk. So maybe he's better at picking games. I don't have to take it as I'm fucked right from the get. All right, next game, the 2-8 Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the 8-1, not 9-1, 8-1 Detroit Lions. Lions favored by 13. I think it opened at 13.5, but it was already down to 13 when I wrote these down. Maddie Icing.
I mean, you might as well just say the 9-1 Lions there. 13 is a lot, but you know what? Detroit's got some anger issues to work out after this close game. So give me them.
All right, Smart Wahlberg.
Now, fun fact, did you know that David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs like to call themselves iconic knuckles?
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
So I believe the Jaguars lost the game yesterday because there was an unnecessary roughness play where their players pushed the fucking Minnesota's players and ended up getting an automatic first down because of that. So cheers to them. I don't know how and I don't know why, but they play every team in the NFC North, sans the Bears for some fucking reason, pretty close. So while it does sound like absolute fucking lunacy, I'm going to say give me the Jaguars to cover.
Try to balance the bad with the good. You may not know it, but Limp Bizkit formed in Jacksonville. Oh, wait, that's probably not a positive thing?
No, especially for Woodstock 99. Luke Birch.
You're definitely not going to sound crazy when I do the exact same thing.
Try to balance the bad with the good. You may not know it, but Limp Bizkit formed in Jacksonville. Oh, wait, that's probably not a positive thing?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, the majority of us taking Jacksonville, I guess, because they've been keeping games close. Then no way are they going to win this game, but 13 is a lot of fucking points.
Try to balance the bad with the good. You may not know it, but Limp Bizkit formed in Jacksonville. Oh, wait, that's probably not a positive thing?
Mac Jones is going to bone you guys.
That puts Matt with Dirk again. They're the new Sonic and Knuckles. 7-2 Minnesota Vikings giving up 6. They travel to Tennessee to take on the 2-7 Titans. Smart Wahlberg.
This is actually also kind of hard because the Titans' defense is really good. It's just their offense is literally non-existent. But I am going to trust Minnesota to get this done.
If I wanted to fight loser Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
All right. Maddie Icing.
What was the spread?
Minnesota by 6.
Yeah, I think Minnesota, after almost losing to the Jaguars, might kind of got a slap back to reality and are going to try to make a statement. So I'll take Minnesota.
If I wanted to fight loser Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
Thank you, Henry Lionheart, the first. Luke Birch.
From what I heard about the game yesterday, it sounds like Sam Darnold has finally regressed back into the mouth-breathing drooler in the middle of in the fucking corner, shoving crayons up his nose. So, for that reason, I think Minnesota win, but...
Get your tits out. Get your tits out.
God damn it. I was really hoping that was one of those picks where I'd end up going alone and getting the win, because I'm also fucking taking Tennessee.
Get your tits out. Get your tits out.
And Dirk's taking the Vikings.
If I wanted to fight lose the Vikings, I'd go to Minnesota.
Damn it. I was hoping to pad my lead on that one. I'm like, all right, they're all going to pick Minnesota, and I could take Tennessee. Nope. Damn you, Luke. 2-7 Las Vegas Raiders taking on the 2-6.
I just loved how, as I was describing how Sam Darnold turned retard again, you were just sat there shaking your head.
Yeah, I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take Tennessee, you son of a bitch. All right, 2-7 Las Vegas Raiders taking on the 2-6 Miami Dolphins in South Beach. Dolphins favored by 7. Matty Icing.
I know a guy who plays for the Raiders, but I'm going to have to go Miami.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
All right. Smart Wahlberg.
Are they playing this game in England?
I don't think so. It does sound like an England matchup. It could be.
It sure does. Anyways, give me. You said Washington, or not Washington. What the fuck am I saying? Miami is favored by 7.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't trust either team, so give me the Raiders to cover.
There is a bookies I know that will take bets.
All right. Luke Birch.
Yeah, Miami win, but then we're going to win by 7.
There is a bookies I know that will take bets.
Yeah, this seems like a game that Miami should be able to win, no problem. Therefore, Miami will win, but it will be a struggle. Give me Vegas.
There is a bookies I know that will take bets.
At least me and Luke were different on the Baltimore and Pittsburgh game.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Jeez. Matt and Dirk really are the new Sonic and Knuckles this week. In lockstep. Except for the Pittsburgh game, I'm stuck with Dirk. But it's Papa Dirk. It's a different personality. It's okay. Green Bay giving up 6 as they travel to Chicago to take on the 4-5 Bears. Smart, you get to pick first this time. Congrats.
I feel like with Papa Dirk, it's just like he puts on a pair of like boat shoes and then like the transformation is complete. With that being said, I am just really biding my time, waiting until the season is over so that I can justifiably switch to whatever team I opt to pick next year to actually be a fan of. Because I'm so sick of this fucking team. Like, they just did the same mistake 3 times in a row. Up the fucking lame duck head coach, rookie quarterback, fired the coach the first year the quarterback's in, and then next year the quarterback has to learn an entirely different system. And hey, why is the quarterback failing? Because they fucking repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. Green Bay's winning by a minimum of like fuck. I didn't even hear the spread. They're winning by a minimum of 25 points. Fucking 50 if Malik Willis plays and Jordan Love gets hurt again.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
Whole time. All right. Matty Icing. And for the record, Green Bay was favored by 6.
Yeah, that is fucking insulting to Green Bay.
Maybe the Bears are going to have a nice sit-down talk, and they only lose by 5. I'll take the Bears.
Oh, wow.
The Bears?
Nice.
Thank you, G Wiz. Luke Birch.
Do I even need to say it?
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
Dirk just sent me a photo. I'm gonna guess it's him in a fucking. So Papa Dirk is actually my dad, and then he sent a photo. I'm gonna guess it's just Dirk wearing like a fucking visor or something. Dirk is also taking Green Bay.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
All right, well, that officially puts Matty icing on his own with Chicago because I'm also taking the Packers.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
True North says this is the year of sequels for movies. Bears have been doing that for decades. Well, I don't know. They missed the sequel in '86.
Well, if they're doing sequels, they're either in their fucking Halloween Ends phase or they're doing Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
They need to stop with those Halloween movies. Those last few were awful.
Halloween
And many before that.
Halloween Ends is fucking terrible.
I didn't watch the most recent one because the last two preceding that one were so fucking bad.
Actually, speaking of sequels, spoiler alerts if anybody doesn't want to hear this, Terrifier 3 I saw not too long ago, and there's a scene in the movie where there may or may not be a bomb involved in one of the scenes. And I'm not saying that what you should do is bring a bomb to Hallis Hall, but
tuck it in a fat fold.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a redemption story if she goes out and you get fucking kitty gun lady. Shooting up the fucking executive box.
True Chicago hero.
She's being fucking ushered out of the stadium by police and they're playing that Foo Fighters.
I fucking love how that woman has made it to 101.
She is an ancient healer that will not die. She's lived through like pandemics at this point.
Right. All right, on to the most painful game of the week, in my opinion. We got the 6-4 Atlanta Falcons taking on the 5-5 Denver Broncos. Broncos favored by 2.5. Matty icing.
I'll go Atlanta.
Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
That was me yesterday. New Orleans beating her ass. Lone Falcon, why? Smart Wahlberg. What's up, Craig?
I'm sorry, who's favored? What was this from?
Denver favored by 2.5 at home.
Over the Falcons. I don't like Denver because they like screwing me over. So I guess I'll go Falcons.
Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
All right, Luke Birch.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest one of the week for me. Simply because they are the underdogs and it gives the security of a couple points push.
Lone Falcon! Lone Falcon, why?
Yes, this the reason this game was so hard for me is because these two teams have kind of propelled me to be in my lead. I've gone alone with Atlanta and they've cashed in. I've gone alone with Denver and they've cashed in. You're all going with Atlanta and it gives me a chance to go alone with Denver. Let's go.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
And immediately your loner fades away.
He's not
Go
on.
America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah, I find it kind of weird that Denver's favored in this game. I'm guessing because of their performance against Kansas City this week. But how much of that is because Kansas City are frauds and not because Denver's good? But yeah, I mean, Dork hasn't been making weekly picks. He's not on the show. I'm still alone. 4-5 Seattle Seahawks taking on the 5-4 San Francisco 49ers. 49ers favored by 6.5. Easiest game of the week. Mark Wahlberg.
You would think so, but yet I am going to take Seattle anyway.
What does the Hawk say?
Matty Icing.
I'll say Seattle too.
What does the Hawk say?
Luke Birch.
Make that.
What does the Hawk say?
Like I said, easiest fucking game of the week.
What does the Hawk say?
Divisional dog on the road. You're giving 6.5. Yeah, Seattle all fucking day. Even Dirk.
What does the Hawk say?
Yep. Probably the quickest pick too. All of us. Seattle. 9-0 Kansas City Chiefs frauds taking on the 8-2 Buffalo Bills. Bills favored by 2.5 over the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. Weird. Matty Icing.
I'll take the refs.
Right. Career performance for them. All right. It's Mark Wahlberg.
Yes, if I've learned anything from the Bears season, it's that history just always repeats itself from time as a flat circle. So I have no reason to believe the Bills will ever beat the Chiefs. So give me the Chiefs.
I hit that Ginobili with my left hand, I was like, woo! For all my babies that I miss.
Luke Birch. Yep.
That's actually a incorrect statement because we actually have a decent record against them in the regular season. It's just the playoffs we can't do shit.
Yes, Luke stole my thunder. I was going to say it's the regular season, so it doesn't fucking matter. Buffalo can win those ones. I'll take the Bills.
I like, honestly.
Dirk's joining us.
Guys aren't appreciating the script that's being written here. Chiefs are going to win the entire regular season, and then they're just going to go ahead and do like a fucking sequel to the fucking Giants Patriots game.
Yeah.
Just the Lions being the Giants in this scenario.
Yep. Lions beat them in the opening week last season, and then they beat them in the Super Bowl this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's poetic.
Talk about having to call a doctor after 6 hours.
It's 4 hours. You've been dead for 2 hours.
That should have been the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, except, like balls bounce off face masks and things happen. Thought you said I'll take Luke's balls, my bad. Nope. Said balls. Goddamn Bills. They fucked that name up by one fucking vowel. All right, last game of the week. Vowel. Yeah, no shit. Give me an I. I'm sorry, it was an A. Oh, naggers.
Speaking of which, shout out to Michelle Beadle for her very unfortunate Denver Nuggets miscommunication.
Oops. The funny thing is she was reading that. Somebody just put it wrong on the teleprompter. She's like Ron Burgundy and shit.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Speaking of San Diego.
Yes. The 4-6 Cincinnati Bengals take it on the 6-3 Los Angeles Chargers. It used to be San Diego. Chargers favored by 2.5. Fucking Jim Harbaugh is their coach. Hate that guy. Mark Wahlberg.
Based strictly on jealousy alone, I also hate Jim Harbaugh, but I'm going to go with the Chargers.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego.
Man against nature. Doing battle with
Yes. Boo, Harbaugh. Matty Icing.
Yeah, I would not go with Harbaugh. Give me Cincinnati.
Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow.
All right. Luke Birch.
It's about time that Cincinnati's luck check.
Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow.
Yeah. Tom, what does the kitty say again?
Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow.
I bet Dirk takes the Chargers out of spite. Oh, wow. He took the Bengals.
Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow.
That puts Smark on his own with the Harbaugh-led Chargers.
So sorry if that sounded kind of rehearsed.
Bitch ass Ryan Leaf. All right, well, that does it for the NFL picks. And I guess that does it for this week's show if nobody has anything else. No? Okay. Big shout out to True North. Shout out to Scott Greer. Shout out to Dirk. Shout out to Craig. Shout out to Bobby Anthem. Anybody else that might have popped in?
Since we didn't mention it this week, we mentioned it last week. We should probably mention it this week. Friday, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, Friday we'll be watching the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. But should we do it on Tits or should we do it on the fucking Wrestling Outlet page?
You know, we probably should have figured this out before we plugged the show. But I'm going to be running it either way, and either way, check it out.
I guess since it's sports related and not wrestling related, we'll just do it on Tits.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
And then fucking half your audience over there in Wrestling Outlet drops into our show over here. So just remind them on Thursday at 9:30.
It's another one. Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare.
Yes, make sure to tune in for that on Friday because I'm sure Smark will find a way to throw that in there to drive Box nuts.
Oh,
It'd be me, Smark Wahlberg, and Boxman from Wrestling Outlet.
Yes.
It's a Friday night. Matty Icing has a life, so he won't be joining, and Luke Birch has no interest in watching it, so he won't be on. But it'd be me, Smark, and Box right here on Tits. Fuck, what time's the fight? 8? I think it's at 8 o'clock on Friday. I'd imagine there's probably gonna be like a couple opening fights, maybe.
Can't be too late because Mike's gotta go to bed soon, doesn't he? Old folks don't stay up that late.
Yes. Yeah, True North extra tits this week, indeed. So yeah, if you're not doing anything Friday night, you want to hear us laugh at the fight, tune in. I have no idea what fights are going to happen before Tyson and Paul, but we'll be here for all of it probably. I believe it starts at 8 o'clock, so 8 o'clock Friday night. Be here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Dirk says he may join us. You mean like in the chat or like live on the show? Let me know. We can bring you on live if you want. All right. So yeah, make sure to come back on Friday. So I already shout everybody out. Anybody who listens back on YouTube, thank you for the view. Like, subscribe, all that stereotypical shit people are supposed to say about their podcast.
So, real quick, and this is like, I don't want to keep like fucking derailing things, but I was trying to figure out what time the Tyson fight started, and I found the ESPN.com article about it. It's 8 p.m., but that's just right in the middle of them like going through Mike Tyson's career achievements. The following paragraph: in February 1992, Tyson was convicted of rape. After 3 years in prison, returned to the ring. Tyson, who turns 58 in late June, was 6-5 with no contest to end his career. Like, okay. The fucking 65 to end his career is like could potentially be pertinent to the fight this Friday, but just adding the fact that he was convicted for rape and served 3 years seems a little bit.
Yeah, we don't know what.
Moving pretty quick there. Why don't you have a seat right over there? Okay. At the stool.
And Dirk said he might join us live, so you'll have to send him the link too, Smark. All right. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. We'll be back Friday at 8, and if not, fucking join us on Monday at 8:30, like always. Peace out, everybody. Tits.
Chinaman.
Chinaman tits.